In this video, I will show you how you can apply for a Canada study permit using a new IRCC portal. We are going to cover how to create an account on the new IRCC portal, how to fill the form, lastly, the documents you should upload, and what you should include. Join me as we go over to my computer screen for today's content. The very first step is to go to the website ircc.canada.ca/visit-visitor/en/get accounts IRCC portal. Don't worry, this link will be dropped in the link in the description box below. You enter your email address. You confirm your email address. Now, you can, while entering your email address on the very first portal, you can actually paste. But in the confirm your email address tab, you can't paste. You have to type. So let's type. Let's type the email address. Now, let's say, for example, you make a mistake on the email address. This button get invitation code will not be highlighted, but once the email matches the email on the second tab, once it matches the email on the first tab, automatically the get invitation code will be highlighted. You click get invitation code. It's going to give you an invitation code. This invitation code is what you will use to apply for your to create an account, to a sign up account. So let's copy it to the clipboard. Then you click on continue to IRCC portal sign up page. Allow it to load. You paste the invitation code that you just generated in the previous tab. Now you enter your email address. Ensure that the email address you are entering is the same thing as what you used in generating this invitation code. Now you choose a password. Your password, it must be at least minimum 8 characters, and it must be alphanumeric, of which you must have a mix between uppercase, lowercase, at least one number, and a special character. So let's choose a password. Ensure while you are choosing a password, ensure that this password is not something that is very easy to guess, and it's something that you can easily remember. Because if you choose a password that is like a regular word, everyday word, it might not be accepted, because it will just tell you that, okay, this password is too easy, or this password is so easy. Let's say, for example, you are using your name as your password. The system might not accept it, it might flag it. So just choose your password, a phrase that you know you can easily remember. Probably make one of the characters uppercase and another of the character lowercase. Then you use a figure, that is a number, and also a special character. You can use exclamation mark, you can use @ you can use hash, You can use hyphen, semicolon, whatever special characters you are using. Let me know in the comment box below. You're going to enter your surname. Let's say my surname, for example, is. After that, you enter your given name. Now, mind you, when you are entering your given name, please enter it the way it is captured on your international passport data page. You have your surname, your given name. Most times, your given name can be a combination of your first name and your middle name, but the way it is written on your international passport, enter it that way. So let me enter 2 names. Now it's going to ask for a phone number, your phone number. If you're in Canada or in the US, you select Canada or US. But if you're in other countries, you select other. Then you enter your DIE code. For Nigeria, the DIE code is 234. So we're going to put 234 there. Then you can put your phone number. Then you click sign up. You allow it to load, and a verification code will be sent to your email address. So now let's go over to our email address. Now you can see a new mail just dropped in from Do Not Reply. It's saying IRCC Portal. So let's open the email. Now, if you notice, this email has 2 parts. The first part is written in English, while the second part is written in French. Some provinces in Canada, they speak French. So, and most provinces speak English. So that's why on official communication, they tend to write in both English and French, unless you have set your preference that I want to be served in English only, or I want to be served in French only. So now let's copy the OTP that has been sent. We'll go back to our confirm sign up page and we'll click and we'll paste it. Congratulations, you have successfully created a new IRCC portal. Now it's not time for us to log in and fill the visa application form. So let's go over this. You enter your email address and the password you have chosen. You enter the password you have chosen. You click sign up. Now it's going to bring out the terms and conditions. You can go through these terms and conditions. You can read through it. Then you click I accept. Voila! You have your brand new IRCC account. This account is different from GCK. So now to apply for a study permit, you click start an application. You click apply for a visitor, transit or study visa. You give it time, you allow it to open up. Now ensure you read all this information. You say okay, apply to visitor or study Canada. It's telling you the things that you should ensure that it's ready. You make sure you are eligible to apply. If you want to know if you are eligible for a study permit, you can check your eligibility on this window, on this link, before you start. Then you should have at least your international passport, or yes, the your passport, international passport, the document which you will use in traveling, you should have it at least handy. Then also, you should have a valid credit card or a debit card, a card that allows you, probably a MasterCard, a Visa card, American Express, whatever cards that will allow you pay your application fees online. Then, once you are sure you have all these things and you can make digital copies of your documents, check this box to acknowledge that you have understood all this information and you are ready to start your application. Then you click Start Application. Now it's saying, do you want to apply for more than one person at the same time? If you're applying for a family, if you're applying for as part of a group, you click yes. But if you're just applying alone, you click no. You proceed by clicking Save and Continue. The very first question, what are you applying for? Is it a study permit? Is it a transit visa? Is it a visitor visa? Or is it or you are not sure about it? For the sake of this video, we're talking about a study permit. So we'll click Study Permit. Now, you say, what exactly do you want to apply for? Is it a study permit for less than 6 months or more than 6 months? Or a visitor visa without a study permit for less than 6 months? Now you should check your letter of acceptance. It will be stated the duration. Most courses are either 8 months long or more, or 24 months, depends on the school that you have chosen. So you are going to click a study permit for more than 6 months. Now tell us more about what you want to do in Canada. Let's look at our letter of acceptance. Now, from our letter of acceptance, you can see that the course is starting September 6, 2023, and it's a 2-year program. So, let's come back to the form. Tell us more about what you do in Canada. You can say, I am applying for a study permit to enable me attend Trent University Ontario from September 20 from September from September 6th 2023 to September 30th 2025, full stop. I'm applying for a study permit to enable me attend Trent University, Ontario, from September 6, 2023 to September 30th, 2025. You can also add the course you are studying, or you can leave it like this. So let's leave it like this. Or you can add the course you are studying to study, let's say, global business management. So now, when will you enter Canada? At least you can enter Canada a month to the start date of your study program, and you are required to exit Canada at maximum 90 days after the completion of your program. So, but you can just choose a date. Let's say, okay, 2023, September 1, and you are leaving Canada 2025, September 30th. Although when you get to Canada and you are given a postgraduate work permit, you can extend your stay, you can change your status, but for the purpose of filling your visa form, always ensure that you stick to the plan or stick to the visa. Understand the visa category you are applying for and stick to it. The study permit is for application to study, and you are expected to return back. That is the idea of study permit. So you quickly read the documents that you will need to complete your application, and when you understand that okay, you can have access to this document, you click continue to application. Now it's going to ask you, are you applying on behalf of someone else? This will be no, unless maybe you are filling the form for a sibling or for a dependent, or you are an authorized representative, IRCC certified representative. So we are going to click no. Now we are going to enter the surname. Enter the date of birth. Enter your gender. If you are a male, you put it. If you are a female, you put it. Whatever your gender is, you enter the gender. Now, what type of document are you traveling with? We are going to choose our international passport. Now, most international passports of the citizens are ordinary passport or regular passport. Unless you are a member of the diplomatic corps, that is, if you are you are a diplomat in your country, probably an ambassador, a child of an ambassador, or a top government official, then you may have the diplomatic passport. The visa rules for diplomatic passports is quite different from that of the ordinary passport. So we are going to select the regular passport. Then it says select the country code that matches the one on your passport. We are going to choose Nigeria, which is NGA. So what is your nationality on your passport? We'll choose Nigeria. What is your passport number? We can go and check, okay, this is my passport number. Ensure you confirm your passport number. These are all dummy information, just for the purpose of this video. Enter your date of birth. Date of issue of the passport. Select the expiry date of the passport. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid green card? For my case, no. Have you ever had a Canada visitor in the last 10 years? No. Do you have hold a valid US non-immigrant visa? No. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Of course, yes. Save and continue. Now, we are going to enter, talk about our citizenship. The country where you were born, for me, Nigeria. City where you were born, you write the city as it is on your international passport. Are you a citizen of more than one country? Yes, no. If you have a dual citizenship, you can put yes and you put the details, but if not, you click no. Which country or territory are you a citizen of? Now, you're going to tick, I'm a citizen of this country since birth. But peradventure, you acquired your citizenship, maybe through naturalization or what have you. You're going to click the date which you became a citizen of that particular country. Do you have a valid national identity document? Well, me, I'd say no, because I don't have. Even in NIN, I don't have the cards. So I just say no. Have you used another name in the past? If you are married, you say yes, and you put that is for female, name before marriage. Put your surname, your maiden surname, and you put your given name. But if you're a guy and probably you've not changed your name, you click no. Next thing you see, save and continue. So you enter your country of residence, Nigeria. You enter your address. You enter the city where your address is located. Is this mailing your address the same as your residential address? Yes, for mine. Then it will ask countries you've resided in at least for the past 5 years. That's any country you've stayed in the last 5 years for more than 6 months, you have to write it. So Nigeria, what's your status? I'm a citizen. I can just put from date of birth. And I tick, this is where I currently live. Allow it to load. Now it's going to ask you, do we have your fingerprints, or have you collected your fingerprints before? Yes, if you have done a Canadian visa, or you have submitted a Canadian visa application for the past 10 years, then they have your fingerprint. Yes. If you click yes, do you want to give your fingerprints again? You click no. But eventually you've not done fingerprints, the biometric, you've not given your biometric. What you do, you click no and click save and continue. Now it's going to ask you, you are going to give details about your intended study in Canada. Of course, for you to study in Canada, you must be accepted by a school that has a DLI. That is a DLI school. So you click, I have a letter of acceptance from a designated learning institute. Now, which of the following applies to you? Probably none. But if you are an officer of the United States or you're an American member, just go through the list. But most times it's none of these apply to me. Now, the level of study, if you are going for an undergraduate, a college diploma, a BSc, you select it. Okay, for this master's degree. Now it's going to ask you for your DLI number. DLI number most times starts, in fact, it starts with O. So just go to your letter of acceptance and check. You will see where they write your DLI number. So just copy the DLI number, you paste it on the search button, after pasting it on the search button, you click on the name of the school. So the names that are registered to this DLI number will pop out. So you select, you can select any of them, but I'm going to, I have a letter of acceptance from Trent University, the Peterborough campus. So let's select that. Select the school address. You scroll down. Now the field of studies, it's business management and marketing. The student number, you can decide to leave this, or you can just come collect, copy your student number and paste it. So for how long will you be studying in Canada? Remember, you feed what you feed initially, September 1 to 30th September 2025. Now it's asking your tuition fee. What's the total tuition fees to be paid for the duration of the program? Check your you can check your letter of acceptance. You see the tuition fee which you have to pay. If you are not clear how much you are paying for the full program, you can always consult the information page of the program from your university. So this is $22,000 per year. So, and it's a 2-year program, so it becomes $44,000. Mind you, not all courses in Canada that you just see that, okay, the first year tuition is same thing as second year tuition. Some let's say as you're paying 22,000 Canadian dollars in the first year, the second year could be 10,000 Canadian dollars. So always consult your the information page of your program to ensure that it's you have the right information. Room and board, you can just say $4,000. Order, you can leave it up, you can leave it. Then funds available for my stay in Canada, you can say 30,000 Canadian dollars or 31,000 Canadian dollars. Please always ensure that the money you are putting, you can put money that is available for you for the whole year, for the 2 years program, or for what you have available. That is when they check your bank statements, whatever means you are using as proof of funds, that's the money that you know it's available. Make sure whatever you are putting here or whatever you are writing here, it must be something that at least it can cover your tuition for 1 year, and it can also cover your living expenses for 1 year. As a guide, your living expenses for 1 year is calculated at 10,000 Canadian dollars for the principal applicant. That is if you are studying in Ontario, or if you are studying in all the provinces apart from Quebec. If you are studying in Quebec and you are below 18 years, or I think 16 years and below, your living expenses is less than 7,000 Canadian dollars. But if you are above 17 or so, your living expenses is over I think approximately 14,000 Canadian dollars. So always check IRCC website for the most up-to-date and most accurate information. Now, who will pay for your expenses? Me, myself, or my parents? I normally recommend that you pay a family member bearing the same name, or at least the relationship should be a family member. When I mean a family member, I mean a direct family member. Your mother, your father, perfect, or your siblings should be the ones sponsoring you, not some distant relative or some distant cousins. However, if you have those persons sponsoring you, then they should give a compelling and a strong explanation why they are sponsoring you. Now, are you receiving financial support for your studies? No. Peradventure, there are some schools like there's some schools like Trebas and some other schools that will give you scholarship. If you have scholarship, you say yes, and you click scholarship, bursary, or discounts from the school. Or if you are a recipient of any of these scholarships, you, even if whether it's the African Leaders for Tomorrow scholarship or whatever scholarship it is, this is the place where you put the amount you'll be receiving. Let's say the government of your country is sponsoring you. You can click order, then you enter the name of the funding program. Maybe you can say Ministry of Education funded so and so. You just write whatever the name of the program is, then you enter the amount they are giving you in Canadian dollars. So for the sake of this video, let's click no and proceed. Now, do you want to apply for a work permit to participate in a co-op program? This particular one is different. This co-op program, it's different from whether you can work your 20 hours or not. This one is stated is let's use in the Nigerian term, just use the eye of industrial training. So if you need a co-op permit, it will be stated on your letter of acceptance. Let's look for the place where they wrote it. Internship, work practicum, not applicable. So in this case, for this particular program, you don't need a co-op work permit. So you are going to click no. Peradventure, your course, or it is stated on your offer letter, on your letter of acceptance, that you need a co-op permit. You click yes, and it's going to ask you which type. So you click post-secondary co-op work permit because you are going for a post-secondary institution. So let's save and continue. So now you are going to give your history for the past, your educational history. That is your post-secondary educational history. When I mean post-secondary, they're not talking about your high school history. They're not talking about your grade 12 history, but they are talking about anything above your grade 12. Let's say you've done OND, or you've done HND, or you've done A-levels, or you've done a BSc or a master's degree. This is the place where you write it. Let's say yes, and let's add the details. Okay. University, you write the name of your university. You select the year you started the school. Let's say you started in year 2000 and 2005 and ended in 2010. For example, October 2005, ended 2010, August 2010. Your level of study, a bachelor's degree, so you select university, bachelor's degree. Your field of study, business management marketing, or if it is engineering, you select sciences, applied sciences. If it's health, you select health. If it's medicine, whatever the area you studied in, you select it. Then the next thing is you are going to click the country. Select the country, Nigeria. The street, you just give the address. You can still write the name of the university, University of Benin. Let's say Ubawa campus. The city, you select the city where you studied. You save and continue. Then now it's going to ask you for your work activities for the past 10 years. First of all, have you worked for the government? No. But if you have worked for the government, you can click yes, you add the details. It will ask you for the type of work, your position, the location, the country, from when to when, and the details. It's going to ask you that. But since I haven't worked for the government, and most of you that are watching this video now, you click no. Then it's going to ask you give details of all your employment and activities for the past 10 years. Let's say, for example, this, if you are above I think if you are above 28 years, that is the date of birth which you put is more than and when they calculate your age, it's more than 28 years. They are going to ask you for to give you details of your work activities for the past 10 years. But if you are not up to 28 years, they will ask you the details of your work activities since you turned 18. Then if you are a minor, 17 and below, they won't even ask you for the details of the past 10 years. So let's add details. Let's say for the past 10 years, this is 2023. So let's say from 2013 to 2013 January, and it's ongoing. Work activities, you can say business and finance operation. You choose the category of work you've been doing. You write the name of your company, Swanberry Educational Services. Your duties, you can just briefly write the duties there. I think it's 100 characters you can write, so just summarize your duties. You can say I'm a student. You write the country where you have worked, where the work is located. You write the address. You write the city. You click save and continue. Now it's going to ask you, during the past 5 years, have you traveled to a country or territory other than the one where you are a citizen or where you now live? Yes or no? Let's say yes, you're going to tell them all your travels. Most times I recommend, even if it's past the last 5 years, just write the list of countries you have traveled to. Let's say, for example, you have gone to UK. You can say, okay, in 2010, in 2012, from August 2012 to September 2012, I visited the United Kingdom, England. I visited England, location London, for tourism. You save. If you have visited multiple places, multiple countries, this is the point you write them. Now, you're going to talk about your travel history. Say, have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity of your status, attended school without authorization, or worked without authorization? Definitely no. Have you ever been refused a visa, denied entry, or ordered to leave a country or your territory? No or yes. If you refused the visa, especially a US visa, this is the best place where you write it and you talk about it here, because if you don't say it, it can lead to misrepresentation. So you put it there, you save and continue. Then now it's asking, have you ever committed a crime? No, 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 no. Please read this. Have you ever committed a crime? Have you ever been arrested for any crime? Have you ever been charged for any criminal offense in your country? Have you ever been convicted for any criminal offense in your country? No. So next step, you save and continue. Are you a member of any political party or group, organization that uses violence as a means? No, no. So just fill the security questions. Now, for the medical background, you are required to take a medical test. You can either do an upfront medical or when you are requested to. So now for upfront medical, if you've done it before, just click yes, and you check your medical slip they gave you. You enter your UMI. Let's say 00. You just enter the details. You click save and continue. Now, they are still going to ask you some other questions with regards to your health. Do you have TB? In the last 5 years, have you come in close contact with someone that has TB? The answers here are no. They will continue. Are you receiving dialysis treatment? No. Are you addicted to alcohol? No. Do you have any mental health problem? You select whatever case applies to you. Now, for a detailed explanation on the medical examination, I will drop a video up here whereby you can see what is expected for the medical examination. Now, the family information and your marital status. What is your current marital status? You can put married or single. If you put married, when did you get married? You can just put you can put your marriage date. You can put just when you got married, the surname of your spouse. Put the date of birth of your spouse. Put the country of birth of your spouse. The occupation. Are they staying with you? Yes. Is your spouse traveling to Canada with you? Yes or no, depending on the one that applies the most to you. Do you have children? Yes. You can add all your children here. You can just add all the children you have. Let's just give an instance. You can just give an instance. You can just write the correct details. The country of birth. Is the child traveling to Canada with you? Yes or no, depending on what you are planning. If he's going with you, you click yes. If it's not, no. Then next, you click save and continue. You enter your parents' details. Enter your parents' details. Enter your father's surname. Enter his given name. Relationship with your father. His date of birth. If the parents is still alive, you leave this. You don't check this. If he's deceased, you write the date he died. But if he's still alive, you just write the country. His occupation, let's say civil servant. Is he staying with you? No. You write his address. Is he coming to Canada with you? No. So, what's your mother tongue? You feed the address, your language. Can you communicate with English? Yes. What language do you want us to contact with you? To contact you, English. Now you enter your email address. Enter the same email address you used when you were signing up. You confirm your email address. Whatever the case you are using, whether small letter, capital letter, title case, doesn't matter. It will still see it as the same email. Remember, once the email on the two tabs match, the progress bar button will be highlighted. So you enter your phone number. You click save and continue. Congratulations, you have finished filling your visa application form. So now it's time for you to check what you have filled for correctness. So you are going to click expand all. Take your time, read all you have. Read all you have filled. Read all you have filled and ensure that there is no error, there is no mistake. Like I said, this is just a sample form, and I'm just using this to show you example. Okay, so now that being said, once you are sure that okay, everything here is correct, you click save and continue. Now, this is where you upload all your supporting documents. Now, the major difference between the IRCC Portal and the GCK is that for the GCK, you have 4 MB per document type. For the IRCC, you have 2 MB per document type. The IRCC Portal is quite easy, straightforward, fast compared to the GCK. The GCK is still a very good means and a very good method. Yes. So if you prefer convenience, if you prefer convenience, then IRCC Portal should be what you should take a look and you should use. Mind you, whether you are using GCK or you are using IRCC Portal, all document type, any document that has to talk with finances should be merged as one file. Any document that is talking about your passport or is talking about your letter of acceptance should be merged in one file. So now, these are a list of documents we are to upload. Now, based on the response we have filled all through the application, it has given us a tab for us to upload. Now, the very first document, supporting document we are expected to upload is our letter of acceptance. Please, for the letter of acceptance to be valid, it must be on official letterhead. It must show the exact amount of tuition fee you need to pay and provide the anticipated starting and closing date, and it must show the date you need to register. So now, that being said, I would normally recommend, when you are uploading your letter of acceptance, upload your letter of acceptance from the school, as in merge your letter of acceptance from the school, the tuition deposit receipt, your supporting documents that you used in getting the admission. That is, if you are going for a master's, put your BSc results, your transcript, and your O-level results. If you are going for a BSc program or a diploma program, put your letter of acceptance, your receipt, and your supporting documents, your O-level results. So just merge them. If the size is too large, there are free tools online that you can use to compress these files to ensure that they are standard and they are within that allowed 2 MB. So we are going to just upload a dummy document. We are going to upload a dummy document. Now, I just uploaded a dummy document. This document, it's assumed is my letter of acceptance. But please, when you are doing that, because you are going to submit it, don't upload any dummy document. Upload your real letter of acceptance that you have merged. In fact, I would recommend create a folder, and in the folder, create different subfolders. This folder is for acceptance. This folder is for finances. This folder is for co-op, if your program has co-op, this folder is for scholarship, this folder is for international passport, and this folder is for SOP and others. So now the next we are expected to upload is our international passport or our travel document. Now for this document to be valid, it must carry your name of birth, your name, your date of birth, your passport number, your citizen or residency status. Most times, once you have the your international passport, it shows that you're a citizen of that of that country. It must show your photo. Your passport must, the data page must show, at least capture your picture, and it must show the expiry date if applicable. There are some countries whereby their passport does not have an expiry date, except her. But apart from that, most countries have at least a 10-year validity. So now you know what it's involved in international passport. Then mind you, if you have any travel history, let's say you have traveled to different countries, you have to attach it with your international passport as one document and upload it here. So let me upload another dummy document so that at the end of the day I will show you the next stage, because if I don't complete these steps I can't go to the next stage. So let's upload a dummy document. Now your document can be in a doc, as in a Microsoft format, that's a doc format. It can be in PDF format. Most times I use PDF format, but however you can still use a doc format. Now, proof of funds. For this proof of funds, ensure that your bank statement, whatever means you are using as proof of funds, whether it be proof of investment, whether it be what they call it, your bank statement, your sponsor statement, ensure you upload them as one document. And when you are putting proof of funds, ensure that the bank statement is for the past 4 months, or if you are using a banker's draft, or whatever means you are using as proof of funds, make sure that you upload all these documents. And most importantly, show proof of transaction, not just putting your bank statement alone and without an explanation or without supporting documents to show how this money comes about. If you are working, put your employment letter, put your pay slips, put all the necessary documents that will ensure that the officer will believe that this money, it was not just borrowed to deceive the officer. Ensure that you do that. Then secondly, if you're having a sponsor, ensure you also get these documents for the sponsor as well. So that being said, let's upload our proof of funds. Okay, now you find that optional document, consent form. This is if you are using a representative, you have to fill a representative. You have to fill the form for the use of a representative, or you get a written consent that you are giving authorization for this person to represent you. So most times I usually leave this document blank. Now, as you can see, as we have uploaded the mandatory document, automatically the save and continue button that was not previously highlighted has automatically highlighted, meaning that we can go to the next stage. However, a very important document you should include is your statement of purpose or your letter of explanation. I will be sharing details of what you should include in your letter of explanation, and I'm going to give you sample letter of explanations that I've written at Swanberry Education for at least for like 10 successful Canada visa applications. I'm going to put that in a video, and it will be the video will be pasted on our YouTube channel, so go ahead and watch it. So let's say you have written your statement of purpose. Attach other supporting documents that you could not attach here. Let's say a letter that will confirm that you have a study leave from your organization. Attach it to your statement of purpose and put it in the document, in this other document folder. So let's add a document here. So now we've already added our letter of acceptance, we have added our international passport, we have attached our proof of funds, we have attached our statement of purpose. Now we are ready to submit. Once you ensure that, okay, these documents, you've well prepared them, they are all very okay, and you've gone through them, you've vetted them, the next thing is you click Save to Submit. So for you to submit, you read the consent and the declaration form, you click Yes, you have consented IRCC or CIC to contact you in the future. You enter your surname as captured on the form you filled initially. You click Save and Continue. Now it's going to take you to the page whereby you have to pay for the your visa fee. Now for the study permit, it's 235 Canadian dollars. So you click Save and Continue. So yeah, it's going to ask you to put your card details. So we are going to put our card details, and when you are done putting the card details, you click on Checkout. And once you click Checkout, it automatically checks out and automatically submits your visa application. Then after that, if you click that you've not done biometric before, within 24 hours, between 4 hours to 24 hours on most cases, you will receive on your portal the biometric instruction letter. And with that letter, you can now book your appointment at the closest VAC, that's Visa Application Center, to give your biometrics. Okay, how was that? Hope it was not difficult. I hope by now you can be able to create IRCC accounts, and you can be able to apply for a study permit all by yourself using the new IRCC account. Let us know how hard it was for you to open your own accounts in the comments section below. So thank you very much. If you find value in this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Also, check our pinned comment. You can also join us on our Telegram community, and you'll be the first to know when we drop useful content like this. So thank you very much. See you soon.